Hey there, in this video we're going to create a document of a specific size. In this case it's going to be a postcard, but you can do the same thing for US letter or A4, A3. It's a great way of getting started on a specific size, ready to go for your project. All right, let's learn how to do that now in Photoshop. All right, to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new page and bring our image into it. I find that so much easier. It doesn't matter whether you're new or advanced, it's just easier to do it that way rather than, let's say, opening up the image, okay, and then going to image and go to canvas size and then kind of cropping it down and which way does it crop. And that's a way of doing it, but I'll show you this sneaky way. It's a little bit easier. So to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to go to File and we're going to go to New. I find it's better to create a document the right size and then drag our content into it. Now in this new document window, you can totally just like start typing sizes and resolution, okay? You can change it from inches to pixels to millimeters. Up the top here are some handy presets. So I can go to photo and I've got my kind of traditional photograph ratios. I've got print, there's my US and A4 sizes. Now just know that there's this little thing that says view more, because there's all sorts of stuff all tucked in there. Art and illustration web. And the one we want a postcard, and this is hidden into art and illustration. You can see him there. Click on him. Now, just so you know as well, this is the US size for postcards. Postcards, turns out weirdly, as I've moved around the world, aren't the same size like business cards. They're all different in different parts of the world, which is kind of weird. But anyway, 4 inches by 6 inches. I want mine to be landscape. Okay, and we're not gonna just leave everything here matching mine, the resolution the same and the color mode. We'll talk about those a little later in the course. They're boring, not boring, but we'll do them a little bit later. So yours looks like mine. Let's click create. Great, so there's my postcard. First thing we want to do is we want to go to File and try and save it. Weirdly in Photoshop, there's one of those little weird things where it won't let you save it. It's basically saying like you haven't done anything. Nothing worthy of saving, at least. I don't know why. So you can either do something like grab the type tool and start typing, or just go to File, Save As. You end up at the same place. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put mine on my desktop. I'm going to call mine All-Star Postcard. All-Star Postcard. Now at the end here, I like the V system, V1, V2, V3. Never call it draft or final. Final is like the kiss of death. If you call it final, you'll be calling it final 2. Some of you are laughing because that's what you do. I do it too. V1, V2 works for me, and I'm going to click save. Next thing I want to do is I want to bring in my gradient kind of background thing. And so I'm going to open up the file I was working with earlier. So say you are following along with this course, you might have a file saved somewhere neatly, okay, that's got this gradient that we worked on in the last video. Okay, if you don't, you can go to File, Open, and open up under Exercise Files, under Shapes, O3 Shapes. There's one called Gradient Image, just to save you in case you forgot to save it. I'm using this original one. Okay, it's got text and stuff on here. What I want to do is I'm going to click on the word shoes, okay, or whatever that layer is. I'm going to grab my Move tool, okay, click, hold, and drag. I'm going to move it, holding, and drag it down here. Why I find this easier is, can you see it's actually not the right size? Okay, I find it's just easier to do this and maybe transform it. So with it selected, edit, transform, scale, and I can see it's just a little too big, so I can hold down shift and it's still the wrong proportion. So I'm gonna kind of leave it there and holding shift on the corners and get it to the right size. All right, friends, that is how to create a document. It doesn't really matter what you're doing. We just did a postcard, but you can do anything. And I find it's easier to like bring everything you need into it and resize it to what you need, knowing that it is ready to go. All right, let's get into the next video.